30 days away, 29 days away from the Shasta Ren Fair. I feel like I have a lot done, and I feel like I have a lot to do still. It's currently the 28th, it's like 9 o'clock on a Friday. It's Friday. Anyway, so let me show you where I'm at. First off, this is a judgment-free zone for how messy this room is. I promise, it's makes sense. Anyway, yep, okay. So I bought a bunch of paper that's pre-cut. It's all in there. And my printer is supposed to accept it. Come on. But it's doing its freaking darndest not to. And I literally have to sit here and like, once it goes, it goes. But I'm having trouble getting that thing right there to like grab the paper. And there's tutorials and stuff online that talk about like how to fix it, and I just haven't been able to figure it out yet. But I know that if I sit here and push, it will grab the paper and it will print just fine, and it looks great. And so that's gonna be one of my new prints. Yeah. Okay, so first off, my garage, still a mess, still has 2 random TVs in it, but it's cleaner than it was. And so today we're working on displays for my booth, specifically to fit my 4x6 prints. I'm making 2 of them. It will fit, if my math is correct, which I already have realized it's not, total each will fit 18 designs that are portrait. I have more than 18 designs. I have 19 or 20. No, I have more than that. Now I can't remember. My original math was that it could fit all of my 4x6 prints except one design, but that was going off of everything being portrait, and I have since realized, since I started printing, that I don't know why I thought all of my displays only need to fit these, because a bunch of them are also landscape. So it doesn't matter, I still need displays and I'll be able to fit a bunch of stuff on these. So I'm still building them, and we'll see how many of my designs they can fit, and they'll still be helpful. I am really bad at planning these kind of things out. Anyway, let me show you my design. First off, I haven't showered today because I'm about to get gross. It's already 75 degrees out and it's only just a little past 9 in the morning. It's supposed to get up into the 90s today, so we'll see how quickly I can get this done without dying. Wait until you see how good my blueprint is. Okay, so 3 shelves. It's 24 inches wide, 20 inches tall, 3 shelves. Fits 6 inches in between. And this is the part, I gotta figure out how to cut that. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. It'll be okay. Let's get measuring. So the first thing I have to measure out where the shelves are gonna go so that I can route a groove into the plywood that I can then stick the shelves in glue. But actually before that, I need to route a little groove in all of the shelves, because if I forget to do that and then glue them on, then I'm gonna have a whole other issue of how am I keeping prints from falling off. So let's get started. here's what we got going on. It took me way too long to remember where all of my pieces were for this setup with my Dremel, but I got it set up. I've created this really whack jig to route a straight line. So these are gonna be the shelves that go into the display, and I'm routing a groove into them so that when I put prints on it, the front print and the first few prints can fall into that groove and kind of like be a stop for the prints behind it. So I have to do 6 of these. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm not gonna be able to route all the way down because that clamp's gonna get in the way of this. So I'll have to like route and then bring it forward and then route some more. So yeah, let's get this going. So I'm really new to using, I've only used this router like system with the Dremel one other time, and it didn't go great. It was to cut out this wiggly pattern. As you can tell, it's super uneven. But yeah, so it was to do that. But anyway, so the first 2 that I did are really jank. This third one that I just started, I turned the speed up and it's going a lot better. It's a much straighter line, much straighter. But now I have a new dilemma. The faster speed creates more friction. It's getting hotter, and so it's smoking a lot more, and the sawdust is building up, and I'm afraid it's gonna catch on fire if I'm not careful. So I keep like blowing to get the sawdust out of the way, but I have horrible lung capacity, and so I'm like 3 inches into this, and I've stopped twice now because I got lightheaded and I felt like I was gonna pass out. This is why I need some sort of shop vac like hookup system so that it sucks all the dust up. I have a shop vac, it's broken. It doesn't work. I think the engine got burnt out. I don't know. I think when it comes to doing the grooves for the shelves, I'm gonna do it in a couple passes and take like a little bit of wood off at a time, and rather than like going the full depth. That way I'll probably do it in like 2 passes for depth and 2 passes for get the width right for the shelf. So for each line, I'm looking at 4 passes. So this is gonna take a while. Also, my Dremel's getting really hot and I'm afraid I'm gonna burn the engine out on it and it's gonna overheat. All right, it is Sunday. It is day 2 of making displays for my 4x6 prints. So where I left off was yesterday I finished carving out the grooves in all of the shelves. 3 of them turned out pretty good, 2 of them turned out really good, and 3 of them turned out kind of jank. That's okay. Last night I came in and I clear coated some paintings I'm gonna have for sale. So I have, probably got terrible camera angles on this, I'm sorry. So I have this dragon piece that I'm like I think it's cute. It's totally not my normal colors or style. I have this eyeball. I've done a similar one that was smaller that I'm probably also gonna sell. It's a blue eye. This one's more like hazel, brown, green eye. And then I did a sketch and I absolutely loved it, and so I kind of turned it into a painting. Hello, will you focus? It's just little strawberries. Again, not my normal style. I really like the lime green border. Not my normal style. The last one I have is this big Medusa piece. So it's on like an oval one, and you could hang it at like the actual oval, but I kind of liked it off kilter, which is why I did her that way. So Yeah, it's not my favorite piece that I've done. I'm really not overly happy with the snake heads, how they turned out down here. I like that one a lot. I like that one. I don't like the ones with the open mouths. But you know what? I like it enough to sell it. And at the end of the day, I end up not liking a lot of my art. Also, I just touched the screen, so I think I might have just locked the focus on accident. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. Okay, I don't remember what wood that I bought, like what type of wood this is that the shelves are made out of, but this is cutting way easier, so that just took so much stress off. I thought that was gonna I thought it was gonna take me a lot longer to finish making these grooves, so now it just comes down to making sure that I can actually get these the proper size to make these fit. Worst case scenario, extra glue and wood filler. So I officially have routed out all the lines I need, and now I need to glue it, glue the shelves in place. I found them. And I need brushes for spreading the glue. So I'm finding those. Also, my arms, like all of me is covered in sawdust, which, you know, is like totally fair. But that means every time like I try to like scratch my nose or like anything, I'm getting sawdust like all over my face, like my lip itched. And I went and scratched it and I literally got sawdust like all over my mouth, and then I like have sawdust in my mouth. I have sawdust literally everywhere. So I'm gonna get this shelf glued, and then I'm gonna shower and be done with woodworking for today. But I can like knock the rest of this out, I think, first thing tomorrow morning before work. So that's exciting. Okay, so I am beyond behind editing this video. If you've watched this far, it's now July. It's like 2 months after said fair that I was building these displays for. I had some setbacks with editing, and then my computer was in the shop for 2 weeks, and it was just been this whole thing, and then I just got back from a vacation. But I wanted to show you what the displays turned out like. I obviously stopped filming the process as I got more panicked and closer to the event. There was a part that was a 2-person ordeal. I could have done it by myself, but it would have been a pain in the butt. And that would have been to add the legs. So the legs I had my boyfriend help me with just so they would be straight and like to hold things in place while I attach them. The displays themselves are very loud because the legs have chains so that they don't like fall flat, so it keeps the legs at a certain angle. But this is the finished display. I ended up finding this bungee on Amazon. It's just black. I just screwed it into the back. I tied a knot around the screw, put a washer, and just screwed it on. It's not super like crazy tight, but it worked really, really well. So far, that was the other one. It fell over. over. But so far with the wind and everything, it worked out really well. I could fit tons of prints on these. When designing it, I was doing the math for if I was only putting portrait 4x6s on it, that it would fit like, I think 6 across or something. I don't remember my math, but I did all the math based on if I was just putting 4x6 prints that were vertical on this. At the actual fair, I ended up putting all my 5x6 on these except for my astrology series. They were in a separate stand, but I pretty much had all of my my 5x7 prints. I had pretty much all my 5x7 prints on these displays, and then I had the 4x6 prints in different boxes that you could flip through, and then on these big metal racks that I have. But it worked out really, really well. They're definitely like up close, not the nicest. It's fitting. They're fitting to me. They were a little rushed. They were half thought through. I have a really bad habit of like coming up with an idea in my head and then just going and buying stuff and trying to make it work. And then I just get kind of like mediocre results for stuff like this. But yeah, the grooves are not straight. A lot of the stain didn't end up getting in the grooves, and I have very now time to let stain dry, so at some point I'm probably going to stain these again now that they are done and I'm not on a time frame. But yeah, so I'm quite happy with them. I'm sorry that this video was so chaotic, but thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will be making some more videos here soon. I will be posting a video that's just kind of like a really short, here's how the fair went video, probably after this. Again, it's like 2 months late from when the actual event was, but I just got busy and hadn't had time to edit yet, and I'm still working on figuring that out. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video, and we'll see how it goes. I totally forgot to show my sticker display I ended up making. It's super simple, super jank, doesn't need its own video. I bought an acrylic business card holder off of Amazon, and then again ran out of time and panicked, and so we literally, like, it's not stained, it doesn't match anything, it's just made with scrap wood and some scrap like metal brackets that we had, because again, one of my random things, I was like, oh, I'm gonna build this. I bought a bunch of brackets that I didn't end up using, and so now we just have metal brackets. But yeah, so this holds almost all my stickers. I have one too many designs plus sticker sheets, so those holds almost all my stickers. Each sticker doesn't necessarily get its own spot. I have some smaller stickers that I can fit 2 in each slot, but this, really handy. Highly recommend getting acrylic business card holders for stickers, and then just build legs for it or something. So yeah.